Hospital Porter's Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order. Welcome to HPANWO TV. Now, for some reason, a fire engine's just pulled up outside the venue. Now, a skeptic would say it's because of all the hot air. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Well, I don't know. It's just sort of like. Let's have a look around here a minute. Robert Boval is on at the moment. I've had to miss a part of his speech because I've had to make a phone call home. Bit of a problem at the moment. A few problems at the moment, but there it is anyway. Anyway, I've just got to the venue again. It's a very, very pleasant morning, and I've just seen. I'll just check that's recording. And I've just seen a very interesting speaker, Marcus Allen. Now, I know Marcus well because he attends all these conferences and usually turns up with his big wooden Nexus stall. He sells Nexus magazine. If you haven't subscribed to Nexus magazine, then you better do it. That's all I can say, if you know what's good for you. Because it's the best magazine you can possibly read. Now, Marcus was talking about the stoneworking. His particular lecture this time, because he talks on many subjects, was stoneworking and especially the use of granite. And granite is a very, very hard stone. I think it's 9 on the Mohs scale. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's to do with the hardness of the rock. Basically, you can only cut it with quartz or with diamond because that's how hard it is. Yet the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Mesoamericans and the Mayans and the other pre-Columbian American cultures produced amazing sculptures from granite, which we're hard pressed to do today with modern technology. You know, we use diamond drills and things like that you need to use now. That was very interesting. You know, it's very much along the line of David Hatcher Childress when he spoke at AV. Now, I've got to apologise for something yesterday. I showed you this place with this C5, the Museum of Computing. It was actually, I called it the Music of Computing or something. It's the Museum of Computing. That was quite interesting, actually. I only quickly filmed it yesterday because they had a Sinclair C5 parked here, which is now not here. If you remember rightly, it was I showed you it yesterday, and it had a big lock on it. And today, obviously, because the thing's shut, they've taken it indoors. So, obviously, they're a bit concerned about someone stealing it for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, they're worried about someone stealing this Sinclair C5. So that's a little correction on something I said yesterday. Now, the venue itself is very comfortable. There's lots of big armchairs and things like that. But there's been a few problems with the sound system, especially yesterday. It seems to be all right today, but they had some big problems with the sound system yesterday. I'll go into more details on this when I do my written review of Nick Pope's speech, which you can see. I put a little link up on the appropriate video yesterday. As I said, I'm doing a full-length written review of Nick Pope's speech. Yeah, the sound system seems to be working better today. Which is good. The venue it's very different from other venues I've been to, which is that everything is in one big room. It's a kind of what you might call a studio conference, as in a studio flat. You know, basically there's the stage. Used to be a cinema. It's an old building. A Mecca I showed you. Used to be a cinema, and then there's like these rows of seats. There's the stage. There's these rows of seats, and behind it immediately is the sofas and the chairs, and there's the bar where you can get drinks and food. And behind that, there's some stalls for the merchandise area, and also in the balcony above, there's this merchandise area. And they also had that the flashing light machine, which I'm going to go into more detail in another film because there's in a future part of this film because I've got an interesting story to tell you about that. Basically, the advantage of that is it's all quite comfortable and laid out. Right. The disadvantage is the noise. I mean, unfortunately, it means that everyone, the noise of people talking at the bar area and in the merchandise area, it means you can't hear what's going on when the speakers are speaking. So it's probably not a good idea in that sense, Yesterday, mixed with the very, very bad sound system they had, it was basically completely impractical. So it's probably not a good idea, I'd say, to do it that way. I mean, I expect they may have thought about that, and as a result, you know, it may be that's the only way they could organise it. And I'm sure, I doubt if it's deliberate. Anyway, you know, I mean, they may have to think about that for future conferences if they can, you know. Right, I'm going to go back now because I've bought both of Anthony Peake's books, which is, I'll show you them in the souvenirs when we do souvenirs at the end of the day or tomorrow morning. But they were going for £12, £12 for the two, so I took the opportunity and snapped up both of them. I'll probably lend them to Austin first because she wants to read them. I've got other things to read. Right, fire engine's still there, but I'm going to see if we can get back into the venue. Hopefully I'll be able to. Hopefully the place ain't burning down. I don't see any smoke or flames, so I feel fairly optimistic. Anyway, if I survive the conflagration, I shall speak to you later. Hospital porters, pride and dignity, stop the New World Order.